Hi, Mika. I asked you a couple days ago and you weren't prepared to answer at the time, but just the way you finish the season compared to the way you start the season, what, how much does that mean to you, and what does it say about the type of season you had?
Um, I mean, if we're gonna go like personally and for my season, I think um, just to kind of just to end the season the way I did was obviously a huge confidence boost in that way, and with everything that was going on right before the season and the first couple months, or the first 6 weeks was I'm happy. I'm happy I was able to bounce back and get through it, and I think um, just be able to prove that to myself, but also just take that with me. And this year has been crazy, obviously, and um, I don't think I'm gonna have any situation tougher than it was this start of the season at least.
Next question comes from Molly Walker. Molly, go ahead.
Mika, looking back on those first 6 weeks, what was that like for you? How did you keep your chin up and work through it?
Um, the support from the guys, from my fiance, from my family. I mean, it was a unique situation, obviously, having COVID and having one practice before the season really started. And I think I tried to tell myself that it wasn't, that I was feeling good and I was feeling fine, but um, um, it wasn't, it wasn't easy. I didn't really feel um, up to speed after that, and it took me a while to kind of get back, just physically and mentally, and um, I didn't want to have anything to kind of have an excuse or whatever, and also I didn't want to tell myself that and kind of just give myself an excuse. I think that was a reason I didn't talk about it as much as um, people ask me about it.
Next question comes from Rick Carpinello. Carpy, go ahead.
Hey Mika, this might be premature, but you're going into your walk year. Do you want to get something done or start talking about something soon?
Uh, yeah, I mean, it's I guess if officially now one season left, but I mean, I love it here. I love the team. I love the city. I love the guys here, and um, I want to win here, and it's obviously not just up to me. So um, it's we'll take it as it go, and um, yeah, I don't know what more to say.
Next question comes from Vince Mercogliano. Vince, go ahead.
Hey Mika, thanks for everything this season first off. And then, I asked you the other night just how you assessed the season, the way that the team handled everything from your vantage point. How do you make sense of all this? All the crazy stuff that went on off the ice, the ups and downs on the ice, like how will you look back on this?
A crazy year. It's definitely a season you won't forget, and I don't know, I'm just really proud of the guys and the locker room and everything that we've been going through together, and I think it brought us closer, and it's definitely been a year like no other. Having that said, I don't think we kind of forget sometimes when we're in our little bubble here with hockey that we're fortunate enough to play. We're fortunate enough to have the opportunity to have a season, and for people out there that have a lot worse. But for our standard, it was it was a crazy and different year and a difficult year. But I think this is the way we still came out of it. I think this was definitely a good step for us.
Next question comes from Bruce Beck. Bruce, go ahead.
Mika, what's your relationship with your head coach David Quinn, and would you like to see him back?
It's been great. I think over the last 3 years. Obviously, in the beginning, you're trying to figure each other out or whatever, and it's been good. It's been good with the whole coaching staff, and so it's. I mean, it's different year. It's been a lot going on, a lot of things that normally doesn't happen, and yeah.
Next question comes from Mark Roseman. Mark, go ahead.
I mean, you mentioned the mental aspect. You know, not many hockey players had COVID, you know, and came back as early as you did. So there was no frame of reference to pull from. How difficult was that? Did the thoughts start creeping in that, you know, when am I going to be back to normal, and how pressing was that?
Yeah. I mean, it's certainly. It was certainly like it was hard. I mean, it wasn't easy, and everyone reacts to it differently, and it wasn't just after, but during. I wasn't feeling very very good, and again, I told you guys that was fine, but it was just for my sake. I didn't want to create anything around that or put that in my own head. Really, I was just trying to get out of it, and the mental side of it comes from that when you don't feel good, and you obviously have I had a lot of expectations on myself, but also from other people. So when you don't score, you guys obviously bring it up, other people bring it up. So it wasn't easy, but the one thing I said to you guys, I trust myself, and once I get out of the funk, and I mean, my teammates were unbelievable with me and helped me out, and my fiance, my family, my friends, everyone was there, and believed in me, and I think that was the main reason why I got out of it.
Next question comes from Vince Mercogliano. Vince, go ahead.
Mika, I want to ask about moving forward for you guys. You know, you mentioned you want to be here and all that. The games against the Islanders in particular at the end of the season, and then the way that you guys lost those games. What do you need to take away from it? Like, do you guys feel like there's been anything exposed that for you guys to take the next step, become a playoff team, be able to compete with those types of teams at the end of the year, that you guys need to do better, that you guys need to improve on?
I mean, we definitely have things that we feel like we can improve, and obviously having Kreitz out and Troops gone in the first period didn't help either. I mean, we really needed everyone to give ourselves the best chance to win, and as far as the other stuff goes, it's kind of above my pay grade, really, but I think there's definitely things that we can take out of that and improve and do better next year.
Next question comes from Alan Creda. Alan, go ahead.
Thanks, Mika. I always appreciate your time throughout the season. Just as a leader, how much do you feel you grew this year, coming back from everything you came back from, battling back to that strong second half, and how much do you enjoy mentoring the young raft of talent on this team?
I think we have a great leadership group, really. I think we have a close-knit group, and I don't think I've had this many young guys on a team at once, and it's been fun. It's been fun to kind of see them grow, and you're trying to help as much as you can, and everyone is different, obviously, and it's really been in a way interesting year, and definitely something that you can learn from, and obviously not the season we wanted. When you go to wins and losses and all of that, but definitely a lot of positives you can take out of the season.
And we'll do a final one for Mika in Swedish from Sebastian Noren. Sebastian, go ahead.
Tjena Mika,
Ja.
tänkte bara kolla med dig. Du får ursäkta om du fått frågan förut, men har du fått några indikationer om VM-spel eller inte? Och sen, hur tänker du spendera off-season här nu? Blir det i New York eller hemma i Sverige?
Nej, det blir hemma i Sverige. Jag ska gifta mig i sommar också, så att det blir hemma och fixa lite med det och göra sig redo för säsongen för hösten då. Men det är inget mer än så egentligen.
Thank you very much, Mika.
Thank you guys.